Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin versus USD. It's been a while since my last update. I've been working very hard on my indicator and getting that ready for public release, which has kept me quite busy. But now I have a bit of time to look at Bitcoin, so let's get into it. Right, so this was what I was saying. I've been saying for quite a while now. I posted this last month in October. So I mentioned that the Trend Smasher printed a green candle when we were in the 10k area, and I also showed the fact that each time the Trend Smasher has printed a green candle on the 3-day, we've had a big move up. We can see here that we had a 50% move up, a 42% move up, and a 30% move up here, and that I was expecting a move at least between the, between these points here, like around the 50% mark. I was expecting us to make a similar move. Now, this isn't just me saying that. This is all on record here on my Twitter, so you can follow me at Smasher Crypto. I keep all my calls public on here, correct and not correct, and you can follow all my calls here and updates on where we are. So we've blasted well past the 40% mark since that call. So well done for everyone who's been following me since then. And we can see I also had a call here on one of my tweets that 16k was the target area for my next target, and we pretty much went very close to hitting it last night. I closed my positions here. We might have missed it by $20 or so, but I'm very happy to take my profits here. 16k was my first area, so I'm really quite happy that we hit that. So that's basically where I've been up until this point. So let's have a look then at what Bitcoin is saying. So we can see here that we had this ascending channel which I had drawn here, and I was very carefully watching a break of this horizontal line and the top of the channel here. So these were two very significant levels we were watching to break, and we broke both of them with a very strong move up. Now 16k was my profit target. Now we did just miss it by 30 odd dollars. However, I did take profits around there. So now I'm just waiting for the next move. I can fully expect, really, if we don't close above this white line, I fully expect us probably just to range between the 14,900 area and the 15,728 area for a while around here. It really just depends on where we close this 2-day candle. So this is definitely a candle we need to be watching. So let's put my volatility bands on here. So we can see that we are at the top of the volatility bands. I mean, this isn't unprecedented that we can't go higher here. We have done it before, and I definitely think we can go higher. It's possible, but right now I expect us probably just to range within here for a bit, maybe touch this and then make a move up. Now, you can watch my last Bitcoin video where I mentioned my targets, and I was always looking for 16k. I did mention, however, I was expecting a bit of a cool off first. We didn't quite get that. We got a bit of a cool off, but we did just continue up. So either way, 16k was always my target. We've just got there slightly quicker than what I initially thought. But so let's actually just have a look at how we are here. So I mean, we are looking extremely bullish here. I mean, we have this longer term channel, and then we have this like shorter term, you know, shorter term that we, let's just draw that as well. So yeah, so this has been a strong move up. I am very bullish. It might sound crazy, but you know, I fully expect we can target the 16,500 area. Once we just need to get a close above this 15,700 area on the 2-day, and I think the next target after that will be the 16,500 area. As crazy as that might have seemed not too long ago when we were down here and I was calling for an easy buy, we've just been continuing going up ever since. So this is the 2-day chart. Things are looking quite bullish. Let's see what else we can find. So yep, so this indicator's green as well. It combines volume, price, and RSI. And a few more little tweaks I've done in the background to give us bullish and bearish signals. And this is a solid green. Let's see what else we can find. So that's bullish on the 2-day. We are slightly overbought according to my RSI, VWAP, and price action indicator up here. We can see here last time it flashed bright red up here. Yeah, we did have a small correction. However, it can, when things are pumping up a lot, it can give some false signals. This will be more accurate on the 12-hour actually. So I'll quickly switch to the 12-hour just to see if we are overbought. So we are flashing overbought signals here. Last time we flashed overbought signals was when we were back here. So pretty much last time we were in the 12k area and the 12k area before we had that correction. So that's the last time we were flashing that. Now what this tells me is that it doesn't mean things are going to be dumping now. All it means is just be wary. We are probably going to have a correction. Now that correction could be now, it can be next week, but all it means is just have your stops ready to take profit. So let's go back to the 2-day long term. So yes, looking at this, we're just looking so strong. Everyone else was so bearish and calling for lows and calling for a dump. And honestly, I see some of these YouTubers and they have all these followers and they're calling for new lows and dumps to 8k. And I just, these people are obviously, they're just gamblers and they don't do TA, because you could just look at the technical analysis here and the TA and nothing here tells you it's bearish. We're making higher lows, you know, we're above the short and long moving averages. The candles here are green. There's just, I don't see anything bearish here. You know, of course we have corrections in bull markets, but there's just, right now, I don't see anything bearish. I mean, once we start seeing some, you know, some corrections, some move down and the trend changes, then we can get bearish. But until then, there's no point. There's no point trying to go against the trend when the trend is up. So that's that. So what we can do as well, let's look at some multi-time frames. So this is multiple time frames with the trend smasher. So we're basically just going to have a look at how everything's looking. So smaller time frames, we are red. So short time frames here, we have red candles below the short moving average. So these are some early bearish signs on the 30 minutes. The 2 hours looking bullish still. Yes, the candles are red, but we're below the short moving average. The trend is up, so there's nothing overly bearish on the 2 hour. 1 hour, 30 minutes is looking more bearish though. And all the higher time frames are really the same story, very bullish. On the 4 hour, 8 hour is also looking bullish, and the 1 day and the 2 day are both also looking bullish. So multi-time frame analysis all looking very, very good at the moment. Let's see if we can get some more analysis on this. Let's look at the 12 hour in a bit more detail. So we know that 12 hours still looking very bullish. We know that we are slightly overbought. let's try and look at some other stuff. So let's look at volume here. So volume, we have bearish divergence here. So that's something to be very aware of. We have bearish divergence on the volume. So that's one early warning sign as well. So not only do we have overbought here, we have bearish divergence on the volume. Let's look at the volume trend waves. Volume trend waves though are green, so we are in bullish territory with the volume. However, there is some bearish divergence. Candle color moving average, mostly green, a bit of red here. However, as you can see, although it's red, we're still in an uptrend. So overall, that's still bullish. Let's see what else we can have a look at. Volume oscillator dipped below the moving average, but still in bullish territory. Let's look at RSI. RSI is still in bullish territory, but below the moving average as well. And price is bullish. So overall, Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish here. Right now, until the trend changes, my bias is still up. So that's basically where my bias is right now. Where the bias is up. If we break the 14,897 area, I'll then start thinking about maybe changing my bias. But until then, as long as we're in here, I'm just waiting with my stack, waiting to see where the trend goes. But I'm definitely still holding here. I'm not selling. Yeah, there's no reason to sell just yet. The trend is definitely looking good. So overall, that is my update for Bitcoin. In summary, we've hit my 16,000 target. Now, I took some profit in the 16,000 area, but I'm just holding really right now. And my hodl stack I still have, and I'm waiting to really leverage up again. I'll wait and see if we break this line here or if we come down to touch here. Either way, dips are for buying right now. For me, any dip is a buy. So obviously this isn't financial advice. Do your own due diligence. This is just my opinion based on my indicator. And for those of you who are interested, I am still working on my indicator. It's nearly ready for public release. I have a few people. I already have subscribers at the moment privately, and I'm looking to open it up more widely soon. Now, if you're interested in getting a 48-hour free trial for my Trend Smasher, then follow me on Twitter at SmasherCrypto and send me a message with your TradingView ID, and we can get that set up for you. Now, the Trend Smasher is going to be for serious traders. So if you consider yourself a serious trader and you want to get an edge on the market, then get in touch with me and I'll be able to sort you out with a free trial. Now, this is only limited to 2 people. I am not giving it out to any more than 2 people. Obviously, I want to keep this as tight-knit as possible. So yeah, so if you get in touch and you're one of the first 2 people to get in touch, then I'll be able to give you a trial to it. Right, okay then, well that's the end of this analysis. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to get in touch. Alright, have a good one.